Heart disease remains the #1 cause of death worldwide, and if you're over 60, the risk increases dramatically. But here's the thing, you don't have to accept it. I've seen it firsthand. Just ask my friend John. At 72, John was diagnosed with early-stage heart disease. He felt drained, short of breath, and overwhelmed. But instead of just relying on medication, he made a few small, consistent changes, and the results were incredible. Just months later, his energy was back, and he felt healthier than ever. That's the power of simple, effective lifestyle changes. Today, I'll share with you exactly what John did, backed by the latest research that can help you drastically reduce your heart disease risk, no matter your age. Stick around because this could be life-changing. Welcome to Better Aging Advice. I'm Lewis, and I'm here to help you take control of your health as you age. Heart disease may seem inevitable as we get older, but the truth is, there's a lot you can do to protect your heart and boost your energy. Today I'm going to share real simple tips backed by the latest research that can help you feel your best at any age. If you're serious about aging well and making positive changes to your health, hit subscribe and turn on notifications because we've got a lot more coming your way. Let's make aging healthier and happier together. A few months ago, John, a 72-year-old friend of mine, received some news that changed his life. He was diagnosed with early-stage cardiovascular disease. At first, he felt devastated. He was tired all the time, couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded, and struggled with simple tasks. His doctor prescribed medication, but John wasn't satisfied with just that. He didn't want to live the rest of his life relying solely on pills. So he decided to take control. John started by making a few small but significant changes. First, he committed to moving more. He didn't start with intense workouts or running marathons, just 20 minutes of walking each day. At first it was tough, but he pushed through. He made walking a part of his daily routine, and within weeks, he noticed something incredible. He had more energy, his mood improved, and he could breathe easier. Those 20 minutes were making a big difference. But that was just the start. John also looked at his diet. He swapped out processed snacks for healthier whole foods. He embraced more heart-healthy options like leafy greens, nuts, and fish high in omega-3s. John didn't follow any fad diet, just simple, sustainable changes that aligned with what his body needed. What really shocked him, though, was how much his social connections impacted his well-being. John made a point to spend more time with family and friends, even if it was just a phone call or a short chat. Research shows that isolation can have a negative impact on heart health, and John found that staying socially connected helped reduce his stress and boosted his mood. In just a few weeks, John felt better than he had in years. He had more energy, his blood pressure dropped, and he was able to walk without feeling winded. His doctor was amazed at how quickly his condition had improved. And this wasn't just luck. John's story is backed by recent research which shows that simple, consistent changes like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and staying connected can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease. It's not about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about small, daily actions that add up over time. And the best part, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 50, 60, or even older, the power to improve your heart health is in your hands. So, let's dive into the latest findings that back up what John experienced and discover how you can make these small changes to protect your heart and feel your best. Stay with me because these tips are going to make a huge difference in how you age. A recent study by the American Heart Association revealed that heart disease risk can be reduced by up to 40% with lifestyle changes like exercise, diet, and staying socially connected. This means it's never too late to start making a difference. Tip 1. Exercise. Just 20 minutes can make a difference. John started walking just 20 minutes a day, and it completely transformed how he felt. At first, it seemed like such a small commitment, but those 20 minutes made a world of difference. He wasn't training for a marathon or trying to hit the gym for hours. He simply made walking part of his routine. He'd take a brisk walk after breakfast or in the evening, just around his neighborhood. Some days it felt tough, but the results came quickly. Now, let's talk about the science behind why this works. Studies have consistently shown that just 20 minutes of moderate exercise, like walking, can make a huge difference when it comes to heart. A study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine found that people who walked for just 20 minutes a day had a 30% lower risk of developing heart disease compared to those who were sedentary. And it's not just about reducing the risk of heart disease. It also helps reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure. The best part, it's incredibly accessible. Walking is one of the simplest, most effective exercises you can do. No gym membership, no expensive equipment. Just put on a pair of comfortable shoes and get moving. And the impact isn't limited to just your heart. Walking can also improve your mental health, reduce stress, and even improve your sleep quality. It's truly a win-win. The key is consistency. It's not about doing a long workout all at once. It's about making movement a part of your daily life. Start small. Just 10 to 15 minutes if that's all you can manage at first, and gradually increase as it becomes part of your routine. The more consistent you are, the more you'll notice the benefits. And if 20 minutes seems like a lot to start with, don't worry. Even just 10 minutes can give you heart-healthy benefits. The goal is to make it a habit, something you do every day, because over time those minutes will add up and have a lasting impact. Think of it like this. Every time you walk, you're not just adding minutes to your day, you're adding years to your life. Studies show that people who get regular exercise can add up to 7 years to their lifespan, and that's not just about being active in your 20s or 30s. It's about making those simple daily choices as you age too. So, how much do you walk each day? Is it something you've been consistent with, or is it something you're ready to start? Drop a comment and let me know how you're incorporating exercise into your life. And if you're already walking, challenge yourself to increase it by just a few more minutes. Remember, it's the small changes that lead to big results. And here's the thing, if you think 20 minutes of walking isn't enough, think again. It's simple, it's effective, and it's something you can do today. Don't wait for tomorrow, start with 20 minutes and you'll see how much better you feel. Trust me, your heart and your whole body will thank you. Tip 2. Heart-healthy diet. It's all about small swaps. John didn't just focus on exercise, he also made some simple but powerful changes to his diet. One of the first things he did was adopt a Mediterranean-style eating plan. At first, John wasn't sure how much of an impact it would have. But soon he realized that by adding healthy fats, whole grains and plenty of vegetables into his meals, he felt more energized and focused. He swapped out processed snacks for nuts, avocado and olive oil, small changes that made a big difference. You don't have to completely overhaul your diet to see results. John didn't cut out everything he loved, he just made smarter choices. Research supports this approach. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes healthy fats, lean proteins, and lots of plant-based foods, has been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 25%. It's not about deprivation, it's about filling your plate with foods that nourish your body and keep your heart healthy. John wasn't the only one to see benefits. Studies have shown that people who adopt a Mediterranean diet see a significant reduction in their risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some forms of cancer. This diet is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and antioxidants, all of which help reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and improve cholesterol levels. But what makes it so effective is its balance. It's not about eliminating carbs or fats, it's about choosing the right ones. For example, instead of reaching for chips or processed foods, John replaced them with handfuls of almonds, walnuts, or a drizzle of olive oil on his salad. Here's the thing, small swaps add up. You don't have to go all in right away. Start by making simple changes. For instance, swap out your usual chips for a small portion of mixed nuts, or try roasting vegetables with olive oil and herbs instead of butter. Instead of sugary snacks, try a piece of dark chocolate or some fresh fruit. The more you make these swaps, the more you'll begin to crave nutrient-dense foods that support your heart health. John also made a habit of preparing his meals in advance, so he had healthy options ready to go when hunger struck. He started cooking more at home, experimenting with delicious recipes that fit the Mediterranean model, and the results spoke for themselves. His cholesterol dropped, his energy levels soared, and he found himself feeling more satisfied after meals without the sluggishness he used to feel from processed foods. What's even more encouraging is that these changes don't require hours in the kitchen or strict dieting. It's about making small but impactful adjustments that become part of your everyday routine. Over time, these habits build up, and you'll notice not only how your heart health improves, but how your overall well-being does too. So, what are you eating today that could be swapped for something more heart healthy? It doesn't have to be a big change, just something small. Maybe it's adding a handful of spinach to your smoothie, or swapping out your afternoon snack for a few almonds. The goal is to make it sustainable so you enjoy the foods you love, but in ways that benefit your health. Let me know in the comments, what's your go-to heart-healthy snack? And if you're ready to make a swap today, share it with me. Let's make healthy eating easier, one small change at a time. Tip 3. Social connections are key to heart health. One of the most surprising things John discovered in his heart health journey was the impact of social connections. He had always been someone who enjoyed his quiet time, but after his diagnosis he realized just how isolating his lifestyle had become. He wasn't seeing friends as often, and his family lives a bit far away. As a result, his stress levels increased, his mood dipped, and he felt more fatigued. But once John made an effort to reconnect with those he cared about, things began to shift. And the research backs it up. Social isolation can significantly increase the risk of heart disease, particularly in older adults. Recent studies have found that loneliness and lack of social connections can be as dangerous as smoking when it comes to heart health. The American Heart Association reports that people with strong social ties tend to live longer, healthier lives. Social interactions help reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve overall well-being. John wasn't just reconnecting with family and friends for fun, he was actively improving his heart health. Whether it was a regular phone call with his daughter, meeting up with old friends for coffee, or even just chatting with his neighbours, these small acts of connection helped John feel less isolated and much more engaged in life. And it wasn't just about having a chat to pass the time. Social interactions trigger a release of oxytocin, what some call the feel-good hormone. This hormone reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and can even improve your immune system. When John made the decision to stay connected, he felt lighter and more energized. Even though he had been dealing with heart disease, these social connections were adding an element of joy and stability that he hadn't realized he needed. Think about it. When was the last time you had a long, meaningful conversation with a friend or family member? A simple phone call, a visit, or even a text to check in can do wonders for your heart health. Research has shown that regular social interactions help lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and boost mood, which ultimately leads to better heart health. John wasn't alone in discovering this. Countless studies show the link between social isolation and heart disease, which is why staying connected is so important as we age. But it's not just about family, friends, neighbours, even acquaintances. Having a solid network can provide emotional support and reduce stress, which has a direct impact on heart health. You don't have to be a social butterfly, but making an effort to reach out, even if it's just once a week, can dramatically improve your mental and physical health. It doesn't need to be a big event either. A quick phone call to someone you haven't talked to in a while, or a spontaneous coffee with a neighbour, is all it takes to start building those connections again. The goal isn't to overwhelm yourself with social obligations, but to find moments of connection that bring joy, reduce stress, and give you a sense of belonging. John's story shows that making time for the people who matter most can directly impact heart health. He didn't just focus on what he was eating or how much he was walking, he also nurtured the relationships that meant the most to him. And this too became a key part of his heart health journey. So who's the last person you reached out to? Maybe it's a family member you've been meaning to call, or a friend who could use a little support. Take a moment today to reconnect. Your heart and your soul will thank you for it. A common myth that many people believe is that heart disease is simply inevitable as we age. But here's the truth, it's not. Research shows that heart disease is preventable and in some cases even reversible no matter your age. It's all about making the right lifestyle changes, like the ones we've already talked about: exercise, healthy eating and social connections. For years, we've been told that as we get older, we just have to accept heart disease as part of the aging process. But that's a dangerous misconception. In reality, our bodies are more adaptable than we think. By adopting simple habits like walking daily, improving our diet, and staying socially connected, we can lower our risk of heart disease significantly. Recent studies have even shown that people who make these changes can reverse some of the damage done by heart disease, especially if they start early enough. One study found that patients who embraced a plant-based diet, regular exercise and stress management techniques showed dramatic improvements in heart health, even after being diagnosed with heart disease. So don't believe the myth that heart disease is an unavoidable part of aging. Take control of your health, and you can not only manage but potentially reverse the effects of cardiovascular disease. The key is to start now, no matter where you're at in life. Now, it's your turn. What small habit are you going to start today to protect your heart? Maybe it's taking a 20-minute walk, choosing a healthier snack, or reaching out to a loved one. Drop your commitment in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're doing to take charge of your heart health. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit the like button to share it with others who could benefit from these tips. And make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more practical advice to age well. Next week, I'll be covering the top supplements that support heart health for seniors, so you won't want to miss that. John's story proves that no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to start taking care of your heart. By making small, consistent changes, you can lower your risk and improve your overall health. Together we can make aging well a reality. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.